Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. I'm gonna try to get one more in before I go get ready for this movie. And I'm gonna look cute, y'all. I kind of want to do a picture to show y'all, but I don't know. I don't know if I should do that. But anyway, because it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot going on. But yeah, anyway. Okay, y'all. So one day I was working at my last job, right? Cool. So I'm on this line in this area and I'm actually working with one of my closest friends, somebody who has become like one of my closest friends. And at the time, she's talking to this other woman. And so since I didn't know what they were talking about like that, every now and again when I could relate to something, you know how you'd be like, or yeah, or whatever, like I nod your head. That's kind of what I would do. So then I got to give you a little background because I gotta set it up for you. So the area that we were working at that time, it's freezing cold. Like the front of that area that I was working at, it was freezing cold to the point of where I would put on 2 smocks, and sometimes I would put a coat on up under that. It was still freezing to death. And everybody else over there was cold too, so I was like, okay, it ain't just me and my anemia that's tripping. Okay, cool, y'all. So this is another day where it's freezing cold. I'm used to this by now. This has been going on for months because sometimes we would be in one area and then we'll go somewhere else, y'all. Anyway, so I'm freezing to death. They're talking. Then all of a sudden I get hot. I'm like, am I all right? Because I'm not going through menopause yet, so what is really going on with me? Y'all, like I really get completely hot and start sweating. So I'm like, what is going on? Am I all right? I really feel like I done lost my mind because I'm looking at everybody else like, is everybody else sweating too? Am I okay? Ain't nobody said, man, it got hot over here all of a sudden and nothing. Then nobody saying nothing except my friend talking to somebody else. So I'm over here talking to myself like in my head like, man, it's hot in here. What happened? So then I'm standing there and I'm like, I think I'm going to go get some water. Do I need some water? I feel like I need some water. Something ain't right. Okay. Y'all, so instead of me saying to everybody like, basically pick up my slack because I'm about to walk off and get some water, I literally just started walking off. I ain't said nothing to nobody. And then somebody was like, you alright? And I was like, I ain't look at them nothing. I'm just like, while I'm walking. And I just threw the little things down that was in my hand. And I'm walking. And I'm barely walking as it is. And then I get to a part of the line. And I was just like, whew, I need to take a rest. I don't know what's going on. I need to rest. So I done laid up on this random machine. Like, okay, something ain't right. I gotta rest, y'all. So I'm standing there like, okay. All right. Then I lay my head down on it. Like, I didn't even know what was going, like, y'all, I'm completely oblivious as to why I'm burning up like this. Like, I was just like, why is it so hot? And that day, I don't think I doubled up on my smocks or anything like that. I just had a t-shirt on and my smock over it or whatever. So, y'all, 2 ladies working this other part, because I was like halfway to the bathroom. And one of the ladies is this older lady who always passes out, always sick. They always call it first response on her. The lady was 66, just turned 66 or just turned 67, and she was really, really frail. Like, for real. Had literally had first response called on her the day before. Like, for real. Very weak. Then the other woman, she's like normal size, whatever. And, she's like 10 years older than me. Almost 10 years older than me or something like that. So they both turned around and was like, you all right? And I was like, then next thing I know, I'm on the ground with my legs like wide open. Like I'm just sitting out there sprawled on the ground. When I come to, I'm like, why am I on the ground? Why am I looking at my feet? Why am I looking at my legs? Why am I on the ground? So people had to explain to me what happened. So what happened was I blacked out. I completely I'm right here like this, and then I completely turned around, did a 180, and fell to the ground. But the woman who's frail caught me. Y'all, my glasses was flying off my face. That's the only thing that the other woman was concerned with. She was like, get her glasses, get her glasses. So she didn't got my glasses. The other woman, like I told y'all, is frail and caught me mid-air and like was laying me in the ground and was holding me. Like she was upset because even though she's an older lady, I was cool with her. I basically can consider her a friend. And so like she was in her feelings and upset, and like she was like patting my head the whole time. Oh my gosh, is she all right? Like I'm dying, sweating on the ground, y'all. I still don't even know what's going on. I'm looking like, what is going on up in here? I don't understand. And I had just gone to break. At the time, I had some rice cakes. Y'all, I live for rice cakes, and I know they're not great for you. But at the time, I had some rice cakes. I had some water to drink or whatever, and that usually fills me up until lunchtime. So people set it all the way off. The line was going, and the mechanic that was on the line, that was running the line, he was just like, okay, what's going on around here? Where's everybody going? Like, stuff going down the line ain't supposed to be going down the line because ain't nobody doing their part. Everybody was concerned about me. So my friend that came up the line, apparently she was distraught and didn't know what to do. And there were people who are first responders that finally came, and the person who is over us was not there. She normally goes wherever she gonna go and talk to somebody, talk to her cousin and all that stuff. Like she was in an office or somewhere, completely away from us. They had to page her to the line. They paged first response to the line. This mechanic that I used to work with, they moved us from his line to this other person's line. Apparently, when he saw that I was the person down and out and they was calling first response on, he done hopped over lines. He done hopped over everything. It was like, excuse me, y'all get out the way. He done went off on the other mechanics like, why you got the line running when she out like that? Like he done went all the way. I said, oh God, I ain't know none of this happened. Like apparently he was screaming and I kept blacking out and coming to, blacking out and coming to. And so my friend had to tell me all the way happened. I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? Everybody else turned off everything. Like the area that I worked in, everybody else turned their stuff off and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I can't believe they called first response on her. Y'all, it was bad. Like my friend, she was, you know how like a situation happens and you would like to think that you would react one way, but you do something completely different. Yeah, that was her. She was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I should do. She apparently I thought I was fanning y'all. Like I was high, I was sitting up there like, y'all, I thought my hand was going and I was like, why ain't get no air? Y'all, the mechanic that came from the other line, he had made a fan and was like fanning me. I was like, oh yes, I'm finally getting some air. And I'm thinking it's me, but it's him. He fanning me down. My friend had went and got some water in one of the like little cone cups or whatever that they have, and she brought it to me. She trying to give me water. Tell me why this one person who came over there as a first responder was like, you don't give that to her, we don't know, like screamed at her. And so my friend was like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to help. And she was like really nervous. She was like, I don't know. She's sweating, she's hot, I thought she wants something to drink. Y'all did all that to scare my friend away, and I did need something to drink. And so another first responder is this guy I'm cool with. They called him up, he was one of the first ones to respond. When he saw it was me in the floor after everybody moved, he was looking like, because when I finally looked up and I saw him, he was looking at me like, oh my, like he was looking like scared a little bit because I was looking bad apparently. I was looking real, like I was looking like I ain't here. Like, it was bad. I blacked out, y'all. I cannot. So, that was a very, very rough day. Everybody was like, what in the world happened? Y'all, the main person who came over there, who I told y'all was rude to my friend, she was asking my friend, like, did she eat today? Like, what's going on? And she was like, yeah, she ate. And she was like, well, what did she eat? She told her what I ate, and that I eat that stuff all the time, and I ain't never had no issue like this before and all this other stuff. Y'all, it was a lot. Like, they had to get like 2 men to walk me up to the front of the building, and they ended up getting me some ice water. I cooled off. I'm trying to work. I'm like, oh, I feel good now, bye, I want to go back to work. And they're looking like, yeah, I can't advise that you go back to work. You're going to have to go home today. So I didn't have my car at the time. So I had to be picked up. I got picked up and taken home, and it was an ordeal, y'all. It was so bad that people were scared that I was gonna black out again. At any time, they were like, look, you need to let me know if you need to go to the bathroom, get some water. I will take your spot, whatever, because we don't need that to happen no more. That scared everybody halfway to death. It was crazy. So a little bit after that, y'all, the person who's normally over my line, she wasn't there. So this other guy, he ended up having me, and he basically picked all the people who he really wanted to work for him, that he knew, you know, would really work. He believes in getting people who really are going to do their job. So he picked me and quite a few other people. So I'm working, right? And I'm like, what in the world, y'all? I got hot and dizzy. I was like, I can't even hardly stand up. Like, I started letting stuff go by me, not doing my work. It was bad. I was like, what in the world is wrong with me? What happened? What is going on? Y'all, it was bad. When I tell y'all, I do not usually call out of work. I do not usually have to leave work, be like, I need to go home because I feel sick. No, I don't do that. I work through it and go home and tend to myself after the fact. That day, y'all, I literally could not stand. I was sitting up there leaning over in the box that I was working from. I was about to knock the table and knock myself in the floor. Like, it was just the most. And I eventually saw him, and I was like, yeah, I need to go home because I can't even hardly stand right now. I can't even keep up. Like, normally I could do the most, do my job and everybody else at the same time. I couldn't keep up this day. I was like, nope, I got to go home. So he was like, I need you to hold on to lunch break. Y'all, it was like an hour and like 15 minutes until lunch. And I'm just looking at him like, I don't know if I can make it, y'all. I feel nauseous. I'm very, very much so dizzy. Come to find out, I have vertigo, y'all. Something that, you know, comes and goes with a lot of my family members on my dad's side of the family. Y'all, I don't know what in the world, that particular time for a few months, vertigo really was hitting me. Like, really, really bad. And it happened like a few times when I was at work. Sometimes when I was at home, stuff happened. And I didn't know that that's what it was. And it's vertigo, y'all. So I was like, what in the world? But with that first situation that I told y'all about, the air literally broke out of nowhere. And people were like, yeah, it is hot back there. Because they don't have to, certain people don't have to wear smocks. And all they had on was like a polo shirt. And so they were like, yeah, it's hot back there. And I told them, I was like, well, I don't know what happened because normally we are all freezing to death over there. And so they went and found out what the problem was, and something happened to the air broke all of a sudden, and that's what it was. So they ended up getting some people out there to fix it. But y'all, break time finally came, and I was like, yeah, I cannot. I called somebody to come get me because there was no way I was going to be able to walk home. Because at this time, I was walking home because I didn't have a car, and riding the bus home or walking home or whatever I was going to have to do. Because I didn't have a car at the time. So I'm the type of person, I do what I got to do. Even though I don't want to ride a bus, I do what I got to do to get home, get to work, whatever I got to do. So I was in no shape to walk home. So I was lucky enough if somebody was off work that I could actually call, be like, please come and get me. I feel terrible. Like, I can't even stand at work. I'm dizzy. Like, I can't. So I was able to leave. Y'all, I came back the next day and it happened again, y'all. I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Like, I cannot. Like, why is this happening? So I was able to get through that day. And I don't remember if something happened where we were able to leave a little early, but yeah, y'all. Days like that happen, I welcome leaving early. I usually like to work through the day, but y'all, But yeah, I had some bouts with vertigo. I didn't know that was something that was like so, you know, prevalent on my daddy's side like that. Like, a whole lot of my relatives have it. And it comes and goes, like one of my favorite cousins. But yeah, y'all, it's a lot. And I was like, I cannot do this. I didn't know. I had no idea that all that was going on. But yeah, y'all, I done talked y'all's ear off enough. And that was just one of my little story times, letting y'all know what was going on back in the day. I hope y'all found it entertaining in some aspect or whatever. I'm trying to give y'all a little insight into some things that have happened to me and just a little bit of history about me. But anyway, I will talk to y'all next time. You have a good day.